Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first of I hope to be many more podcasts in regards to finding abundance for you and your family. My name's Helen Gilmore, so get ready, sit back, and I hope you enjoy. So here I am. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I am I didn't say, but I am a mother. I have one son. He's 17. I'm married for almost 19 years, and I have a dog. Pet owner, so I'm a pet lover. So I don't really want to go into too much of my background just yet. I don't want to divulge too much information. But eventually, as this podcast goes, which I hope will be a great success, I will eventually give you the background information and things of that nature. But for now, we're just going to really just dive in because I really want you to get an understanding of what it is that I'm trying to do. So basically, I'm starting this podcast because I love listening to podcasts. I like pretty much anything that has to do with life and murder, crime, things of that nature. But I started to look for a podcast that specifically dove into the law of attraction, the secret, abundance, etc., etc. And I could not find one specifically for it. They were old podcasts, but I guess people didn't really continue to do it. So it was sort of disheartening not seeing that. And then there was one that was really interesting, but her podcasts were only about 5-10 minutes long, and I wanted something longer because I wanted to actually have understanding of it. You've read the books, you've seen the movie, there's countless videos on YouTube regarding abundance and trying to find the law of attraction and like is like and things like that. But I wanted something that I can listen to when I'm walking my dog. He takes about an hour walk or 45 minutes walk depending on the day, and I walk to work, so I like to listen to something rather than watching something. I feel that if I am looking at something through YouTube, I need to see the video just in case I miss something. Or sometimes I get distracted. If a person's talking, I tend to look at the background and I'm like, okay, that's a nice lamp that they have in the back. I wonder where they got that, and I wonder why. I'd like to know how they did their makeup and things like that. So I just wanted a podcast specifically that dove into the law of attraction, like is like. And so I'm hoping to take this information and help you and help me find that abundance, find that law of attraction, understand it more, and basically find out why I haven't gotten it yet. I mean, I feel, and I'm at a point in my life right now that I want it now. I'm waiting for it. I am on the front of the line. I have my hands out and I'm saying, feed me, feed me. So, and I haven't received it yet. So it's just disheartening. And then you have that moment where you just give up and say, screw it. I've given up. It's not going to happen. And then something happens and clicks in your head, or something happens when you're walking down the street and you start thinking of it all over again. So there's a moment in my life, and there's probably a moment in many people's lives where they just forget about it and they just think, this isn't going to work. I've been trying, I've been good, I've been waking up really happy, and now look, this happened, I got a bill that I can't pay, or something really sad happens and you sort of give up, and then you start to question yourself like, where's my time? Where is it? Where's my moment? When is it going to come? So that's basically the premise. I need to be able to have this mentality prolonged rather than short-lived, basically. when I watch the movie, when I read the book. And I only read one of the books, and I didn't even read all of it. I had seen the movie, The Secret. I'm more of a movie watcher. I don't have time to read, but you sit there and you start thinking, this is right. This is great. I love this. This will work. I will work with this. I'm going to try these exercises. I'm going to start thinking differently. And you have that mentality for about an hour. For me, it was anyway. And then you get sidetracked. You have to feed your children, you have to walk your dog, you gotta feed your husband, do the laundry, pay the bills, etc., etc. Then you forget about everything that you promised yourself you were going to do. So in doing this podcast, I'm hoping that it will keep me steady on a certain path to going towards that abundance, and hopefully that will do the same for you. But we shall see, and we'll start diving into that. So that's the purpose of this. So as you know, the law of attraction was developed by a woman. I think that was the first one that came out. She did this book called The Secret, and it made it into a movie, and it was all beautiful. And that's when I woke up and I said, oh my God, this has happened. This is me. This is perfect. I love this. This is amazing. That's how I've been living my life, and it's so weird. I was felt like I was the only one, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So when you go to the website and you look at it, it says our mission is to bring joy to billions. So if you go to the website, you'll read this, but the philosophy and vision of The Secret is to bring joy to billions. To bring joy to the world, The Secret creates life transformation tools in the mediums of books, films, and multimedia. With each creation from The Secret, we aim to share knowledge that is true, simple, and practical, and that will transform people's lives. So as you understand, it was a woman that had written the book about the Secret. At the time, everything was really bad for her. So basically, looking at the website, you'll see it says, towards the end of 2004, and following a string of traumatic events in her personal and professional life, Rhonda Bryan discovered a great secret, a secret law and principle of the universe. So that's basically how it happened. She started, she had a lot of bad things happening to her, and she knew that there was a secret. I'll go into the book later on, but I'm setting the foundation for you to understand what the purpose of the podcast is. So she had stuff happening to her that wasn't good, waiting for that moment, and she discovered it, and now she's so abundantly filled, she started to share this with others. So people are taking her word, and from there trying to develop their abundance for themselves. So that's the main purpose of The Secret. So just to let you know right from the get-go, I am not tearing her down, tearing her book, tearing her philosophy, ripping it apart, or putting it down in any way, shape, or form, because I really believe this. I really, really, and truly do believe that this can happen, that this can change so many lives. This is absolutely going to change my life. The only problem that I'm having is, when is it going to happen? I feel like I'm still waiting for this big aha moment that just has not happened. And I'm in a point in my life where, like I said, I am waiting for it to happen. And it hasn't. So it's disheartening, and then it makes me judge, myself. Am I doing it right? Am I following the steps? Am I waking up? Am I too negative? Am I not too nice enough? Am I not too sending out like messages, like vibes, or things of that nature? So that is what my my situation, my problem is. So if you go to internet and you look, you'll see there's countless things on the law of attraction, like versus like attracts like and things like that. But I found something that I would sort of like encompassed everything that I had wanted to say. And it is, what is the law of attraction? So let's just get this out. So the law of attraction can be understood by understanding that like attracts like. What this means is that whenever we realize it or not, we are responsible for bringing both positive and negative influences into our lives. A key part of the law of attraction is understanding that where you place your focus can have an intense impact on what happens to you. If you spend your days wallowing in regrets about the past or fears of the future, you'll likely see more negativity appearing. But if you look at the silver lining in every experience, that you'll soon start to see positivity surrounding you every day. Therefore, the law of attraction encourages you to see that you have the freedom to take control of your future develops, shaping it into ways you choose. So you think of that and you read that and you're like, okay, this is great. I can do that. I can wake up in a great mood. I can wake up and feel great and start thinking of all the positive stuff, because there are times in my life that I've woken up and like bad things happen. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be a good day. This is not going to be a good day. And then sure enough, yeah, it's not a good day. Just problem after problem, situation after situation occurs, and you start to say to yourself, that makes sense. If I wake up and something bad happens, not bad, like really like traumatic bad, but let's say you spill coffee all over your clothes when you're about to go to work. So you got this is going to be a bad day. Then, yeah, sure. You get in the car, you're stuck in traffic. That's another bad thing. Get to work, your heel breaks off. There's another and then it's sort of like like a domino effect. So then you start saying, wow, that was a bad day. I just want to go home and forget about it and just start fresh tomorrow. So the whole concept of trying to understand like attracts like, you have to you wake up, and I guess it's sort of like a cognitive behavior. I don't know if you're familiar with the cognitive situation, but cognitive is taking a bad situation that I've understood and turning it into something good. So let's say, for instance, you're driving and someone cuts you off. Instead of you getting that road rage that people normally would do, not normally, but instead of getting the road rage, you would just say to yourself, oh my God, that man must be late to work. I'll let him pass. Or since he's, you'll find the reasons that you don't dwell on the situation, and you let it go, or you just think of something happy, or whatever the case is. But that is the concept of having a cognitive behavior, is always thinking, taking a bad situation and making it good. And I've always felt that I've done that, and I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this podcast, you've done that as well, and you're still waiting for that moment where you can say, this is great. I'm going to get really big rewards. I'm going to get something really, I'm going to get meet a man, or whatever the case is. So when you think of like attracts like, it's when you start looking and you start searching for that abundance, that fulfillment that you want. It's normally 3 things that people are looking for when they're looking for happiness. They're looking for husband or wife, a significant other, or a family if they're trying to have a baby. So it's family oriented. It's love, commitment, things like that. Then there's the money factor. People looking for money, people wanting money, people can't pay bills and they just need that extra cash flow.